Hello, Calum here. I got another good set of videos for you, and I hope you enjoy. So let's get into it.
Do not like men. And the reason that most women don't like men is because these men try to hold them accountable and don't let them play the victim. You have to understand that a lot of women will intentionally date piece of shit men just so they don't have to have accountability in their behavior in the relationship because
Well, if you date a piece of crap guy, he's going to hold you accountable on different things. So you get to pick your battles as to which annoyance you want, whether it's going to be the basic stuff or something that's just going to be really annoying to you, but you might end up finding attractive anyways.
it takes two to tango. And then these women come across my page and assume that because of what I talk about, I'm against them. But the reality is that everybody is sick of the excuses for your poor behavior. No one is trying to invalidate your experience. We're just trying to tell you that you played a part in the downfall of how your life is and the things that you've gone through.
It's like that for both sexes, anyways, because you are in charge of your own life. Your partner can help you get on to another track if you chose to do so. If not, kick the person to the curb and call it a day.
Additionally, women only like men for what they can provide for them. So as soon as the money runs out or whatever it is that they're looking for, that's why they have the backup plans or the rosters or whatever it is. You have to understand.
She just said that people are for the streets. Huh. So I should just like give a little bit, get my sprinkled, and then walk away. It's like, sorry, no more money for you.
If you learn anything from my platform is that women do not hang around people that do not validate them. This goes for friendships and romantic relationships. And they don't even realize that it's happening 9 times out of 10.
Well, any type of validation is actually proper, and everyone should be doing it. Please, thank you. Have a good day. Thank you for doing that. Like any little thing can help anyone's emotional thing go up just by a little type of praise. Like it's not hard to do. Everyone should be doing it.
Because the only reason that women stay friends with women is one, if they don't like the same man. Like as soon as two girls like the same boy, that's the end of the friendship. Or the other scenario is like if one girl is a hoe and is out here having a roster and the other friend's like, nah, I'm just going to hang out with my boyfriend or I'm going to be single and work on my career. That's also not going to work. And why is that? It's because those two people are not validating each other, which is why women cannot stand men.
That works for both sexes. Uh, think of it this way. Okay, you have your set of friends, may not be the same as those ones. So you won't really get along with the second set just because they don't have the same interests. You always want to find someone with the same type of interests to actually accommodate with the people and be good friends with them. Like everyone is different. Everyone needs to choose who to hang around with. Yeah.
The women out there who like to duck and dodge accountability like the plague, it's time to step up, look at yourself in the mirror, and admit when you're wrong. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. But the difference between growth and stagnation lies in your ability to take accountability.
No.
Growth and stagnation.
It's completely true. Like you do need to grow and also learn accountability. That should have been set into you at a young age from your parent. So your parents doing it wrong at that point too.
Americans, a lot of them don't understand it. Israel, it's super feminist, but it's also super chauvinist. And I'll explain. If I'm a woman going to the army and I'm married or dating my boyfriend, I can go to the army, shoot people, whatever job I have in the army, but I come home, I cook, I clean, I'll take care of my kids, and in the night I'll take a shower, put my makeup, and be sexy for my man. This is my mentality. This is how we grow up. Here, it's like either you not wearing makeup, you're really super feminist, you kind of hate women, or you super feminine looking and completely different to both sides. For me, it's like exactly the middle ground. You have to be a woman, feminine woman that love men and respect men, right?
Like, this is showing different cultures, and it goes to show on how bad it is within North America as to how things are actually going. Because what she's saying is true for what she sees. and it goes to showing how different Israel is in comparison to how the women are over here. Like, uh, I'd say that she's doing way too much, but at the same time, if she wants to do it, let her do it. But in my version, okay, he helps, she helps. 50-50, take care of everything. If they're both working, then they both get to help out. If only one person's working, the other person should take care of most of the housework. Like, it's that simple, and just live on with your life properly.
But in the other hand, you could be feminist, but in a different way. What you guys call feminist, we look at it, it's ridiculous, because feminism here, it's to literally hate men.
Literally to hate men. Yeah, she said it herself.
See so much in women that drives me nuts is women who can't apologize.
Oh, accountability.
But they cannot own up at all. Like, they refuse. So much so that a guy that I dated before I met my husband, I remember we had some type of argument, and I said, I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have said something that way. And he almost passed out because he was like, no woman in his life had ever said, I'm sorry.
Of course.
And he was like, what the hell?
Of course.
And I was raised like my parents, my mom and dad raised me to be like, when you do something wrong or you hurt somebody's feelings and you go back and you apologize. So that was bred into me.
Hey, mama didn't raise no fool.
So but I see women, even my friends will have a fight with their boyfriend or their husband, and I'll have to tell them, listen, you need to apologize because sometimes it's going to be you.
Wish more women would.
Yeah, it does go to show from that story on how little people actually take accountability for themselves. And actually said, oh yeah, I'm sorry. He's like, wait, what? Like, that should not be the basic reaction a guy should have in that situation.
Women have a hard time with accountability.
Why do you think that is?
Men have taken up all this space in society as the formidable gender. If we admit that, like, we need you, we lose power. So women are becoming power hungry, can't admit they're wrong, kind of repulsive. And if you admit that you were wrong, there's shame.
There is not shame in admitting when you're wrong. Like, it doesn't mean you're power hungry as well. You could feel low, but also feel strong just because you think you're right, even though you've already been proven wrong like 3 friggin' times.
You gotta realize, because I've started taking accountability with certain things of how I behave.
Would you say that's common for women to take accountability?
At a certain point in your life, you gotta grow up.
No. That's not what I asked you. I said, do you think women take accountability? Because women like to be wrong and strong. So, I mean, with you being a woman, you knowing women.
It's entertaining on how he said wrong and strong, because people like to think that they're wrong and yet still think that they're right. It's like, oh yeah, I'm strong because I'm right. No, because you're not right.
You know women. Do women take accountability?
I feel like women can.
No. We didn't ask that. I don't want to ask you. No,
you asked a simple question.
Yeah.
But do men?
It's a yes or no. What, yo? It's a yes or no question.
But do men? Do men take accountability?
You can't. Y'all can't answer the question. Time out. It's a yes or no question.
Yes.
That he's asking.
Yes, but there's a but.
There is always a but.
Men are more willing to actually have accountability and say that they're wrong. Some may actually need to be proven wrong before actually taking that accountability. But majority of them will take accountability fairly simply.
Women love money. Women love money. Women will leave a man they love for a man with money. Hundo.
No, that's not true.
But I never hear a man say, oh, her back.
They're both saying that women will not leave a man for another with money. They will all leave that person in a heartbeat for a dude with cash.
Bag's brilliant. I look at her bag. I hear a girl say he's got a nice watch, he's got a nice car, he's got a nice face, he's got a nice that. That is because they love money. A man don't care what car you drive. Facts. Do you know? A man will upgrade you. Facts.
That's an interesting point, actually. I've never thought about that. That is
man don't care what handbag you come. You can come with a private handbag. You can care.
It depends what position the man's in, though, because let me tell you, if the man's getting the bus, he cares that you've got a car. Like,
no, It really doesn't, because I'm almost 40. I still don't have a car. I almost got my license, but then I chose not to. But I really don't care for a car if the transit takes me everywhere I need to go. The only thing the car would end up doing is saving me, what, 10, 15 minutes on travel time? But think of all the extra fees with the insurance, the gas prices nowadays. Like, it's just not worth it to own a car. Even the electric cars, the electric bill is starting to get higher and higher and higher, to a point where it's not even affordable to get electric either. Like, it just doesn't work. So, with that being said, cares about a car. If I see a person with a Corvette, Mustang, something like that, I'm just like turning the other way. It's like, whoa, that's out of my league. I don't know how this is gonna go now. Because I'd actually be intimidated, not actually jump for that type of situation.
He likes the fact that if you have.
And I actually wouldn't even notice a handbag or anything like that. The only thing I'd really notice is if a fur coat or stuff like that, because I already know that's going to be expensive because it's fur. But beyond that, like, I wouldn't really notice expensive stuff, whether earrings are real or fake or crap like that. No.
Then you don't care though. But if you're both on the bus, if you're both on the bus, she is trying to upgrade her Oyster card to a passenger seat. Hundo, before she even gets a driving test. Big facts, I'm telling you.
Yep. Yeah, he's definitely on the right ballpark for that one.
Talking to a male friend of mine the other day, and he told me that women don't apologize and women can't be held accountable. I began to really think deeply about this idea, and one of the things that came across my mind is, in the last 9 months or so of me being in my private practice, I have myself experienced many women, whether they came in as a couple or they came by themselves, they very abruptly discontinued their therapy. And I started to reflect and really think, what was going on here? And I noticed that after I had to confront them about something, I had to bring to their attention something they were doing that wasn't contributing to the health of the relationship, they became very defensive and very harsh, and they stopped coming.
Therapy does.
Yeah, that just goes to show that unless you take the woman's side, she doesn't want to do therapy. She doesn't want to self-improve. In which case, that also goes to show that she doesn't want to take accountability for herself either. She'd rather just turn tail and run.
Doesn't work. For the majority of men out there, therapy is the end of the relationship.
In which case, that's also true. Because think of it this way. By the time they hit the relationship, it's kind of what I just said about, if they take her side, guess what? The government's going to be on the side, blah, blah, blah. You're just going to lose everything anyway. So you might as well hightail it out of there without paying for the therapist fee or whatever. It's just not worth the time and hassle.
Whether she gave you the finger or not, then maybe you should have gotten out of her way. Yeah, I know. I'm old and I'm kind of slow. So that means that you get to tell her she's rude? Well, she's rude. She's rude.
She gave him the finger and he's old and slow. Like, come on. That should be your chance as a parent to be like, you don't do that. You don't give people the finger. Give your child the accountability. Teach them at a young age and things will be better.
But she's not rude. She's only 7.
7's still old enough to know better.
Well, I thought she was being rude. But were you in her way? Probably. So don't you
Probably because he's old and slow, as he said.
think that maybe you don't own the store just because you're driving a cart? I think that you think all this is funny, and it's not funny, sir. Well, I'm her elder, and she needs to show me a little respect. Well, maybe you need to not think that you own the store because you're driving a cart.
Well, respect your elders. Yes, that is actually a thing. So he should get a little bit of respect, whether he's driving a cart or not. It's just like when you're on the bus, give it to someone that's pregnant or someone that's old or whatever. He's driving the cart because he can't walk that well. So just help him out and leave him alone. Let him have some peace.
First of all, that poor man deserves better. He deserves respect. And second of all, you wonder why girls grow up to be women that cannot take accountability? This is why. It's because mom is standing there taking away any ability to learn accountability.
How can a woman be soft in a relationship with you when you are emotionally unavailable? You are rough, angry, dismissive. She has to be hard in a relationship with you. There's no trust.
The real question is, why are we as women entertaining men like this? It has become socially acceptable for women to adapt a victim mentality. It removes the moment of introspection where you sit and think, hey, maybe I'm the problem here.
Oh, that is true, because you need to learn accountability to understand that you're the problem.
It's never our fault when things go wrong, and that's something that I see a lot when women talk about different aspects of life. If you pick shitty guys, it's never your fault. If you go into too much student debt, it's never your fault, right? If you don't negotiate well when you're trying to get a job, it's never your fault. And that really hurts women because it doesn't actually empower us to take any sort of agency over our own lives and actually make decisions and be responsible for our own actions. But men have to do that, because if they do not, they are not attractive partners. And that's really an unfair standard that our society has, particularly in the US. I think that that's a real problem.
Welcome to
Well, she's completely right, because everyone should follow the same rules for learning. To me, those type of things happen. Have some common sense, learn from your mistakes, and get on with it, rather than avoiding any type of accountability.
Men need peace. It's honestly that simple. It doesn't matter how beautiful you are, how much money you make, how good you are at your job. It doesn't matter. If you are not a peaceful woman, men need peace, because the constant nagging, belittling, being disrespectful, and just being a downright horrible human being, that man is not going to want to stay.
No, because who wants to do a 8 or even a 12-hour day job just to come home to nagging, belittling, disrespect? Like, it's not worth it. You'd rather come home and have a nice time, have a little social time with a girl, and then go to sleep and start a new day, rather than having to deal with all that stuff. Like, it's just like what she said, all that stuff, beauty, makeup, job, all that doesn't even matter to the majority of the guys out there. Like, sure, if you had a 6-figure job and you wanted to take care of more things, then sure, that'd be an extra perk. But we care for the personality. We want to be there for the type of person that you are, not the crap that you bring into the house. It's just that simple.
Because at the end of the day, what they want is peace within them. Yes, women need emotional stability, but men do too. And that comes from within us. We need to be peace for our men. People overcomplicate it. And it's really, really not complicated.
No, it's really not complicated. It's just common sense that people are lacking.
Modern women hate accountability so much that they cheered when Kevin Samuels passed away. That's how.
That's entertaining, just because like, the dude passes away. She gets annoyed because other females are cheering about that. That's not a good thing. Someone died. Be sad. But at the same time, you should also learn accountability as a basic thing within your life, rather than being annoyed by this type of subject. Like, come on.
Much that they hate accountability by and large. But here's the thing is that because they are the product of the society that they are raised in, and a lot of them are just hive minds, then I can't really be mad at them at the end of the day. Because if you've been lied to consistently throughout your life, or fed the propaganda that sells a product to you, and you believe that because it benefits you, then can I really be mad at you that you fed into the propaganda? There's examples all throughout history where propaganda has led to some of the most major calamities throughout our history and our civilization, because people just believed in something unwittingly. and unknowingly without questioning it.
But do you guys think that the phrase is actually? Go ahead, Maggie. Go ahead. Oh no, I was just going to say, and to your point, MTR.
Like, there are so many religious groups in that same type of situation where people don't even know or even understand it, but they're all jumping aboard to do A, B, and C without doing any type of research, then no basic knowledge of it. They just do it for the sake of doing it, which is also not a good thing.
Men believe that women will submit in a relationship if they won't even submit in an argument.
Because in an argument, you're not really thinking clearly, I guess.
Right. Like us as women, we react off of emotions. So sometimes we do say things out that we just truly don't mean. Yeah.
So guys do the same thing. We act out of emotion. But for some reason, it gets held over our head for months on end about that one time that it got flared up in an argument. We both said wrong things. But we can't hold you accountable whatsoever to what you said, but you hold us accountable to every little thing that was mentioned just because it got into a heated argument. Like, it's not fair. It's completely biased in that situation.
A lot of the times when a woman doesn't want to feel like she's wrong, she'll say something to play against a man, or she'll try to change it up because she knows she's wrong. Like, she won't admit to like her issues, her problems. So how are you supposed to fix a relationship? A man should not be expected to submit to a woman who can't even take a wrong in an argument.
I completely agree with her, because if one can't do one thing, then why bother trying to fix it for her? It's just not fair. But that's the end of the video. I hope you liked it. So like, comment, and subscribe. Hope to see you next one. Bye bye.